Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Korner Real Estate from a marketing perspective. We're back. This is segment number 2 of episode 25. Yes, there's 25, going to be next week, 25 episodes of my YouTube channel of this podcast, so please feel free to check them all out. I want to introduce you guys to Adriana Alzate.
Yes, you got it.
Ooh, I said it correctly. Adriana is the newest escrow officer that is located in the Richmond office, but she has a lot of special qualities and the reason why we hired her. So say hi, everybody.
Hi, I'm Adriana, the new escrow officer in the Richmond location. As well, I'll be doing closings here at the Sugarland. In case, it's closer to you guys, we can use both offices, and I'm actually open for that.
Yeah, if somebody says they need to close in Sugarland and they need a Spanish speaker, I'll go pick her up. Okay, I don't care. I'll send a taxi
He's my
cab.
Uber.
I'll be her Uber. I'll send her an Uber. It doesn't matter. She'll close in Sugarland if you need her to. And at the same time, she can be your escrow officer and close anywhere in the city of Houston, the surrounding areas. So
That's correct.
Just because she's in Richmond doesn't matter. She speaks Spanish.
Yes, hablo español para mi gente latina.
So tell everybody why you're entitled. Do you like it?
I actually love it. I've been in the industry almost 13 years, but
Wow.
I actually started in the policy department. I've actually worked at Stewart back in 2006. So
I got to call somebody. I didn't know that.
Oh, really? I thought I told you that, Kevin. I worked at the Galleria office.
Oh, that's right. You did something.
Yeah, I did tell you. So I was there for 2 years. And then, of course, they had moved us to a different location. And, of course, I had branched out because I wanted to, see what else is out there. And, I've actually learned a lot. At that time, it was when they were used to do HUDs. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things have changed, for the better, of course. But, and I've actually since I started at the policy department, I slowly started, I guess the path took me to start being more on the escrow side because then they put me on the preparing HUDs and then slowly kind of went through there. I just went with the flow.
Do you like doing the escrow part more than the processing, or?
I like doing it all just from start to finish, just because of the fact that I'm always constantly, working and multitasking, because you never know what you're going to get. Every contract is different. Yeah,
there's so much about, dotting the I's and crossing the T's to make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
What kind of if you had some advice for real estate agents as far as working with you in title, what would you give them?
I know that real estate agents, they have their process of how they do things, but to help us as a title company, like the moment they give us the contract, it's always great to be fully completed from start to finish, making sure all signatures and initials, especially like the buyer and the seller's information, that is something that is very crucial for us to get at the very beginning. That it's always something that is missed at the very, whenever we get that contract, it is always like missing like the phone number, or it's just blank, or their email, or anywhere, because we need to, obviously get that information up front. So the moment we open that order, we're already getting the ball rolling to get everything, fast as possible. Because
any missing information is going to be a delay.
Correct. Any information that is missed the moment we receive the contract, it's gonna like delay us from closing, the actual, the closing that they're trying to do, because it's a 30 days. So we're trying to get the ball rolling because, really the moment we open title, we never know what's going to come back. So if it's clean, hey, we can close pretty quick. But if there's a lot of stuff going on there and we don't have the information up front from the seller and we're trying to get that, then, it's going to delay for us getting the information from we need on the seller side or the buyer to move forward. So that is something that I see a lot.
Every time an agent goes, how fast can you close? Well,
it all depends. There's really no saying. I mean, all we can say is that we'll do our best as an ability to get the contract and, you know, the closing to run as smooth as possible.
But you're at, and there's an agent in the room. So when I say this, okay, we're at the mercy of the other parties that are part of the transaction. So even though we might be able to get our part done in 2 days, 2 weeks later, we're still waiting for the mortgage company to get us what we need.
Correct.
Or the HOA. And then the agent's like, well, what's the problem? It's not us. It's the mortgage.
Yeah, sometimes there's certain things that sometimes it's out of our control, that sometimes the seller, since they're the ones, you know, trying to sell the property, they have to sometimes jump in to kind of push. If it's an HOA, because there are some HOA companies that won't really release, you know, the HOA statement of account. You know, they need verification from the seller, and we have to kind of get them to actually get the ball rolling for us. So that is why I always say it's very crucial for us to get that information from the seller and buyer up front, so that way we already have everything and we don't have to kind of wait, you know, from getting that information, because I know everything is moving fast, and we also need, you know, for agents to understand that we treat all files, you know, the same, but at the same time, we are doing our best to get everything, you know. And it's on not only one file, we're doing a whole bunch of files, and we're multitasking and making sure that we're, like, you know, on the ball on all of them, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, the whole, you know, point is to really make sure we give our best customer service and, you know, on our part, and as well as for them to really, you know, take that weight off from them. But again, it's all a teamwork at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I understand there's going to be some hiccups down the road, but, you know, as long as we can all be in communication, because that's another thing too, is communication, you know. So really it's just being you know, at the end of the day, it's just being a teamwork and getting everything we need, so that way we can all get everything done and we all be happy family.
Smooth transaction.
Yes, a very smooth transaction, because that's really our goal, to really get that done.
So she just started last week or this week?
This week. I just started Monday.
So the reason why she's on the podcast so quickly is because I've been asked by the agents that I've been working with, and ones that won't work with me because of the fact, because we didn't have anybody that spoke Spanish. Alita's laughing at me, but that's a true statement.
Now I speak Spanish, so now y'all can say.
So tell everybody something they need to know in Spanish. Tell them your phone number and email address.
Mi correo electrónico es adriana.alzate@stewart.com y se escribe adriana.alzate@stewart.com, y mi número es 281-341-0404.
And repeat all that in English.
My email address to contact me is adriana.alzate@stewart.com, and that is spelled ADRIANA Alzate ALZATE @stewart.com, and my contact number is 281-341-0404.
Awesome. So I said this before. I said it in a video I did to promote her. If you're a real estate agent that I know and love in the last year and a half, 2 years, that has been asking for a Spanish-speaking escrow officer, we got one. She speaks Spanish. No more excuses. I want to see all your contracts.
Yeah, we're ready to close them.
Ready to close your contracts.
Bring them.
In Spanish. Richmond.
Listos.
Richmond, Sugarland, it don't matter. Anywhere in the city of Houston, okay? So tell everybody one more time your phone number.
My number is 281-341-0404.
Okay, and she is located in the Richmond office, guys, but don't let that scare you away. You'll be seeing a lot more of Adriana. I'm going to promote her almost on a weekly basis. So
he's going to have me on his podcast every week. I'm just messing with y'all.
That's. I'd be in trouble. There'd be a lot of other people going, "What the hell, Kevin?"
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I just was throwing a joke in there.
Nah, that's good. Wendy's gonna love this. So, this has been. I want to thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for
very
having me.
much. This is episode number 25 of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Again, I want to thank Jennifer Smitis, Caitlin Kornick, Devin Devin, and Wendy Santana. They're the ones that support me and the reason why I do this podcast. At the same time, if you would like to be a guest like Adriana and Alita, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. This episode, like all episodes, will be available next Monday. The rest of the episodes I've already done, the other 24 are on the YouTube channel, Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Until next week, guys, have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.